It's Michelle from Scrap Secrets and welcome to another video. So in this video, we're going to go through some pens that do and do not work in the Cricut. So I just did a test real quickly and I found 4 pens that will write in the Cricut. So some of these needed a little bit of experimenting and doing some fine tuning with. So I wanted to show you the ones first that did not work, either did not fit or did not reach down to the bottom of this tool right here. So I have the Cricut Explore, the original one. So this has the cutting blade and the blade for either the score tool or a pen. So I typed out the word hello on the Cricut design space and did 2 sets of 4 so that we could see how the pens actually write out. So I want to show you first the ones that did not work or did not fit. I had gone through all of my markers and pulled out one of each kind. So the first one that did not work was the Studio G. So this is one of the ones from the dollar bins at, I believe, AC Moore. Didn't fit, it didn't go down to the bottom, so it wouldn't touch the paper. This Kelly Creates Jewel Brush did not fit either. The barrel was too thick to go in there. The Zig Calligraphy pen, same thing, it was too thick to go into the barrel. Versamarker pen, same thing, which would have been nice because that would have been cool to be able to write something and then emboss it. Tombow, same thing, too thick to fit in here. The Jelly Roll pen. Now this fit in there nicely, but it went all the way down to the bottom, but then this wouldn't close. It was like too far down, so that one did not work. Tried this Craft Smart paint pen, wouldn't even go past the top of this, so too thick to go down there. This Kelly Creates, the same thing, too thick. Most of these pens were too thick. This is the Prismacolor brush pen. It was fine, except that I think this one actually just didn't go down far. Yeah, it just didn't touch down far enough for the pen to actually meet the paper. The Decocolor calligraphy pen, way too thick to go in there. Same thing for this Marvy Artist brush, too thick. And now this one has worked, this kind of pen has worked for me in the past, but it wasn't working today, so I don't know, you might have to try this at home. These are the same size as the Crayola markers, and I know that they do fit in there, so I was just really surprised that it did not work. Maybe I didn't push it down far enough, I don't know, but I will try this again. So now I'm going to show you the 4 markers that did work. The Cricut pen, these are obviously the ones that come with it and are meant to be used with the machine. I do not like this one. It came out pretty good on the test sheet that I just did. When I used this for the first time, I used it on black cardstock and it ran out. It was just, I don't know if it dried out or what the deal was. It worked today, so I don't know what the case was. So that one. This is the Precise V5. This one took a little bit of finessing to do. You kind of had to push it down a little bit before it would work, but it definitely worked. This one, I think, came out of one of the nicest too. I like these 2 the best, the last 2. This is the Precision pen by American Crafts, and up until this one wrote, I think I liked this one best, and now I think I like this one best. This is the Pigma brush pen. So we are going to do a little Cricut experiment quickly with these pens to see how they write. So this is just a piece of typewriter paper, or printer paper typewriter. Who uses typewriters anymore? Oh, my brain. So anyway, this is regular printer paper. And we're going to load it into the Cricut just like you would load in your cardstock, anything else. I'm going to hit continue here and it's going to tell me to load my pen. So the pens are under here. These are the first ones. These are the ones that worked. So we're going to use the Cricut pen first. So, actually, which pen? It's the green pen. So actually we're not. We're going to use this Precise one because sometimes it doesn't write on the edge very well. So I moved this one over. I wanted to see if this actually will help it write. So let's try this one. So this is the pen, the pink Precise V5 pen. Nope. It's not that. It's just whatever, like for some reason, the first marks that it does not write. And I don't know why. I don't know what it is. So sometimes I actually do hold the pen down first. So let's see actually how it does with the second hello. That's actually why I did 2 of each color, so that you could see if the beginning didn't come out nicely, you can see that it actually does really write well. You just have to give it a little bit of push for the first one. I don't know why that is, but we'll just try this. So this was the pink Precise V5. Now we will go with the Cricut pen. Just push it in and then go, and it'll do the same thing. It'll write the hello out. This one will be shifted a little bit more to the side. The Precise, this one was the only one that I actually put it over a little bit because I thought maybe that would help, having that little bit of margin. Now this, if you're curious about the font that we're writing in, it is Birthday Bash font, and it's one of the ones that's included, I believe, with the Cricut Access, which is what I have. So I just used a fairly simple writing style so that I didn't have to worry about loops and, you know, things like that. If you are going for a writing style, there is actually a selection that you can pick for writing, because some of the letters, if you take a regular font and, okay, hold on one second, I'll finish that thought. We'll put this Cricut one back, and then let's try the Precision pen next, which, like I said, was my favorite. So we'll do this one. Okay, so what I was saying was, if you pick a regular font and then change it to writing, sometimes it comes out more like the bubble letters that we used to write in when we were kids, because it's not a true writing style. So I always pick the writing styles first to see if it really does have a true writing style, because this is nice. It comes out in a thin line, and looks a lot nicer, unless the bubble effect is what you're going for and you want to color things in, or if you have kids that want to, you know, color something in or draw designs in there. I would make sure that you pick a writing style first. So the Precision pen is almost, or the Precision pen by American Crafts is almost done, and then we're going to try this Pigma brush. So, and then I'll show you guys the fonts so you can see which ones you like. There's that one. Okay, let's go. So this will go. So then this one is because this is a brush tip marker, it gives you more of a marker feel than a pen. You'll see this is darker than the other ones, even though black, and I mean, obviously I use gray and pink for the first ones, but the other one is, you'll see the difference between the 2 pens in black. I obviously picked 2 different colors by accident, but I'll also show you something on the O's. I thought it was just because of the, that I put a color over top of it, but we'll be able to see how nice and neat and accurately the hellos have printed out on each color. Okay, so let's take a look at this. Okay, so now we are done with that, and I will show you. We'll hold up the pen and talk about each one. So obviously this pink one was the first. This, for some reason, it doesn't always write the Cricut letters, the letters in the actual order that you do it in. Sometimes it'll start here and then go back here, and then it'll go back and forth. So it does not do this line first. It did this line first, and that's obviously, you can see where I started to press on it. So this is the second hello. So it does print out very nicely, cleanly, look at that. Oh, it's very, very symmetrical. So that is, again, that is the Precise V5, Precise V5 pen, and this is from Pilot. So, and they come in a bunch of different colors. Let me just show you guys real quick. If I have red, I have blue, green. They have them in black, so you can use black. And then there's another shade of blue, and I think another shade of green, like a more of a turquoise, or like this green. I think that might have been the same one. And then this is the shade of blue. So they do have them in different colors, and then in black. So that might be a great option for you if you're looking for a bunch of colors. So the next one here is this grayish silver one. This was the Cricut pen. So this one here. Now, if you notice that little dot there, that was not from this, that was from this pen when I loaded it in there. So just ignore that little dot, but look at how, see, you can actually see like where the Cricut started versus here, you can barely see it. Like if you put it up real close, you probably can see like a little line, but this one you can see kind of a dot in. So let's go to the next pen that we use. We use this American Crafts Precision pen, and I got these in a pack on clearance at Michael's for like $2. So, oops, this is the one at the bottom here. This is the hello, and you can kind of see where the O started and stopped. There is a little bit of an overlap, but the letters are very nice and straight. The O is very symmetrical. So now let's go on to the Pigma brush. This is the last one that we did, and this was the third one. This is look at the thick lines you get, but if you see here, it's not all symmetrical because it is a brush pen, and if you see the O, it's not as crisp as some of the other ones. So these are things that you can think about when you're looking at the pens. What do you want? Do you want perfection? Do you have a lot of circular letters? Or do you have a lot of up and down letters? Because obviously in the up and down letters, it doesn't really matter. But when you're starting to get into the circles, the E's, the O's, the P's, the Q's, things like that, you're going to have a little bit of an overlap, and you may have some ones that just don't look perfect. Now, if you're writing them smaller, it may not be a big deal. This font is a couple inches tall. Let me see. Let me measure it real quickly how tall this font is. I didn't even bother to see. It's a little over an inch tall. It's actually about an inch tall. So there you go. So those are just some pens that worked and did not work for me. Now, full disclaimer, there are adapters that you can get to put in this, so some of these may work. I know that there's even a way that you can make them work if they're smaller. So for pens like this, there's an adapter so that it kind of gives you a little bit more, it may push it to where it needs to be so that you'll be able to write. I know that certain people make them. There's YouTube videos out there to show you how to make them, but just wanted to show you guys how to actually use this machine as it is, no adapters needed, and what pens will work. So hopefully that helped you guys. If you have any comments or questions, or if you know of any other pens that work really great in here, let me know. I do know that the Crayola ones usually work. Like I said, this one for some reason just did not work for me today. Could be user error. So if you guys know of anything else besides the Crayola and these like crazy art markers that work in there, let me know, and I'll see if I can find them and test them out for everybody else. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you have comments or questions, please feel free to leave them below or message me, and I'll see you guys again real soon for another video. Bye!